Rusev comments on conflicting reports about his contract. So everybody else knows about Brad Shepard. This guy has he's another wrestling rumor guy who tries to report on wrestling stuff. And for the most part, he's very inaccurate. He's never right. He'll repeatedly kept guessing and guessing until he lands something right. And we saw what he did with Sasha Banks when she finally showed up on Raw. He took so much credit for it. Now he did something else with Rusev, where he tweeted out, according to a source in WWE, both Rusev and Lana are now expected to resign with the company. And he wrote, "You need to make up your mind, my dude." Putting a tweet out. I guess he had another tweet saying that the Rusev and Lana were not re-signing with the WWE. So they went at it for a little bit there. So there's conflicting reports with Rusev. So if you want to look up on that, there's that. CFO, who have been doing the WWE theme songs for a lot of the wrestlers, is now done with WWE, which is interesting. CFO made their debut during WWE Raw 1000. And Russell Votes notes the relationship has been over for months. Received a few questions asking about CFOs and WWE music. The relationship is in fact over and it has been for a few months. CFO is no longer working with WWE in any way. So if you're interested in any type of that kind of stuff. Corey Graves touched on Vince McMahon, but we'll skip that. Also, WWE is considering adding more NXT takeovers. WWE has a present hold of 5 NXT takeover events per year, but that number could increase to 6 in 2020, according to WrestleVotes, and I'm not sure how credible these guys are. A source states that adding a 6th takeover event is a real possibility in 2020, all dependent on how the USA Network numbers look. The current takeover schedule of January Mania weekend, June, August, and November makes finding a slot for a 6th show a bit difficult. I'm not really sure where they would squeeze in another NXT takeover in between the ones that they possibly have, and you don't want them to overdo takeovers. 5 already is good. I would think, if anything, instead of adding another takeover, just maybe making takeovers a bit longer, which you're going to have to assume is going to happen now that NXT is 2 hours long. They're going to have to fit more people on the card on NXT TV shows. So maybe we'll have some more feuds going on. So you're going to have to assume that maybe eventually, I think takeovers is about 2 hours long, 2.5, but maybe they start going 3.5 hours. Who knows? First Jim Johnson, now CFO. It'll be interesting to see what happens. I hope that fuck Brad Shepard gets AIDS. So CFO can't make the same generic guitar song 20 times over every single wrestler. Yep. Corey Graves touched on Vince McMahon. No. He talked about Vince McMahon. Very funny. Los Angeles is rumored for WrestleMania 37. Along with Los Angeles being a favorite to host WrestleMania 37, a source tells me Las Vegas is also on the table. The same source states WWE has not made a decision and are considering up to 4 locations as a finalist. So, the way usually WWE works, if you have had a new stadium built in your state, and it's been a football stadium, then you might possibly get a WrestleMania. We had where you almost had, I think Minnesota was in the talks about getting a WrestleMania because they had a new stadium built. I know LA has been in talks with with WrestleMania because they have a new stadium being built. Same with Vegas, they have a stadium being built, so you're gonna have to assume WrestleMania will probably show up there in the next couple of years. Have they been to Vegas yet? I think they went to Vegas years ago, if I'm not mistaken. But they haven't been since, anytime soon. So, hey, WrestleMania in Vegas, I'm telling you right now, for someone who went to Vegas, that would be probably the smartest idea to go to. If I'm WWE, I would try to go to Vegas as soon as possible because of the touring there and all of other people showing up, and there's so much to do in Vegas, and everything in Vegas is pretty much kind of near each other, walking distance, if you want to say. So I think in Vegas that would be a perfect idea. Yes, at Caesar Palace. Thank you there. I'm still waiting for WrestleMania to come to USA Bank Stadium. See, I thought they were. I know they considered them. I know they were on the list of considerations because I know they just built a new stadium there. And I know it's an open stadium. They can close it if they wanted to. So I feel like Minnesota's got to be in the books for WrestleMania sooner or later. San Antonio has never been in. Well, no fucking shit, Red Sox fan. No fucking shit. Good try trolling. Jesus, I hope it's not in LA for the people that want to go because the traffic is going to be crazy. And LA WrestleMania won't help because of the earthquakes. Yeah, I would not go to an LA one. I just heard the traffic is just horrible there. I would skip that one. All right, so let's keep on moving on here. Hopefully Dave will make it to the show. We may not even get him on the show tonight because I'm rolling. 3 matches have been set for Monday Night Raw. For Monday night, just guys, get you guys ready for Monday Night Raw. It's in New Orleans. So we'll have SmackDown Women's Champion Bayley is set to face Nikki Cross. We got that wild card rule in effect. We also have Miz will take on Baron Corbin. And we'll have Ricochet take on Drew McIntyre. And those are both those King of the Ring matches. So just to kind of give you an update on who are currently still in the King of the Ring. This past Monday night, we saw Joe defeat Cesaro. And we saw Cedric Alexander defeat Sami Zayn. Over on the SmackDown side, we had Elias defeat Kevin Owens. And Andrade defeat Apollo Crews. So this week on Monday Night Raw, we get the Ricochet and McIntyre and Miz and Corbin match. And over on the SmackDown side, we got Ali and Murphy and Gable and Benjamin. So those are, at least on the SmackDown side, I know those are the most anticipated matches in the King of the Ring tournament, especially that Ali and Murphy match. They have been really pushing Murphy these last couple of weeks with the whole Roman Reigns storyline. And they've been really pushing Buddy Murphy. He had that first really good match with Roman Reigns. And then the following week, he has a really good match with Daniel Bryan and upsets Daniel Bryan and picks up the win. I'm very curious to see what WWE has in store with Buddy Murphy. And credit, you got to give credit to the WWE fans. And as much as we hate on the WWE fans for this and that, if it wasn't for the WWE fans pointing out Buddy Murphy being there at the scene of the crime, if you want to say, this may have never happened for Buddy Murphy. A fan pointed out that Buddy Murphy was there, and WWE picked up on it and used it as a storyline, and it worked perfectly. And it's built up Buddy Murphy to an extreme level to where people are pulling for Buddy Murphy and actually wanted to see him beat Roman Reigns, and they were excited to see him beat Daniel Bryan. So it's going to be very interesting to see how they book Buddy Murphy and what they're going to do with him in the future. Is he going to win against Ali? Are they going to build him up to be the next King of the Ring winner? We'll find out this coming week on SmackDown Live. Yes, Alice, that is in the works. I know Speeds is busy with his football show on Sunday night, so I figured he was probably doing his stuff with the Houston Texans team that they were playing tonight. I'm glad Owens lost. He was the main guy. I didn't want to win it. Really? You didn't want Kevin Owens to win it? You didn't want them to do the whole full Austin gimmick and have him win the King of the Ring tournament? I'm shocked. Again, thank you everybody for joining us again for the show. We are Get the Tables. We are live every single Tuesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. Tuesdays are our Raw and SmackDown Live recap shows. Obviously, we're live on Friday nights with our Impact watch parties. And then Saturday nights are our Shoot the Shit, where we kind of go over rumors and innuendos, if you want to believe them or not. That's up to you. And kind of get you guys informed what's going on with Raw and SmackDown and go over all the wrestling news that's going on that you care or may not care about. Let's see.